In the sprawling kingdom of Babylon, under the rule of King Darius, one man stood out. His name was Daniel. Honesty and wisdom were his companions, earning him the king's highest favor. But in the shadows of the palace, jealousy grew like a poison vine. The other officials, consumed by envy, watched Daniel's every move, searching for a flaw, a mistake, anything to bring him down. But they found nothing. His record was spotless, his character unshakable. Frustrated, they hatched a wicked plan, one that targeted the very core of his being, his unwavering faith in God. They approached King Darius with feigned loyalty, proposing a new law for 30 days. They suggested no one in the entire kingdom should pray to any god or man except the king himself. Anyone who dared to disobey would be thrown into the lion's den. The king, flattered by their display of devotion and unaware of their true motive, signed the decree. The law of the Medes and Persians was now irreversible. The trap was set. Daniel heard the news of the new law. He knew the penalty. He understood the danger. But did he stop? Did he hide his faith? No. 3 times a day, just as he had always done, Daniel went to his upstairs room. He opened his windows, which faced toward Jerusalem, knelt down, and prayed to his God, giving thanks. He did not do this in defiance of the king, but in devotion to his Lord. His faith was not a secret to be hidden in fear, but a truth to be lived out, even in the face of death. His enemies watched, their plan falling perfectly into place. With glee, they rushed back to the king. "Oh, king, did you not sign a decree?" they asked. "Anyone who prays to any god or man but you for 30 days shall be cast into the den of lions?" The king confirmed it. Then they delivered their venomous strike. "Daniel," they said, "one of the exiles from Judah, pays no attention to you or your decree. He still makes his petition to his God 3 times a day." A wave of dread washed over King Darius. He realized he had been tricked. He saw the trap and his friend Daniel caught within it. He spent the entire day trying to find a way to save Daniel, searching for any loophole, any way to reverse his own command. But the law was absolute. His hands were tied as the sun began to set, casting long, ominous shadows across the palace. The conspirators returned. "Remember, O king," they taunted, "that no decree or statute which the king establishes may be changed." With a heavy heart, King Darius gave the order. The guards seized Daniel and dragged him toward the pit. The king, his voice filled with sorrow, looked at Daniel and said, "May your God, whom you serve continually, rescue you." Daniel was then lowered into the darkness of the lion's den. A massive stone was rolled over the mouth of the pit, and the king sealed it with his own signet ring and the rings of his nobles, so that Daniel's fate could not be altered. The night was sealed in silence and despair. King Darius returned to his opulent palace, but found no comfort. He refused food, dismissed his entertainers, and could not sleep a wink. The long night was a torment of guilt and worry. He paced his chambers, his mind replaying the day's events, his heart aching for his friend. He could only hope, a flicker of faith ignited by Daniel's own, that a miracle might happen in that dark, dreadful place. Meanwhile, down in the den, surrounded by the most fearsome predators known to man, Daniel was not alone. The air was thick with the scent of beast and earth. The faint glint of hungry eyes shone in the gloom. But a peace that defied all understanding settled over the den. At the first light of dawn, the king rose and hurried to the lion's den. His steps were frantic, his heart pounding with a mixture of hope and fear. As he approached the sealed pit, he cried out in an anguished voice, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God, whom you serve continually, been able to rescue you from the lions?" He held his breath, listening to the silence, praying for an answer. Then a voice emerged from the darkness, a calm, clear voice. "O king, live forever. My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions. They have not hurt me, because I was found innocent in his sight, nor have I ever done any wrong before you, O king." Joy erupted in the king's heart. He commanded that they lift Daniel out of the den immediately. When Daniel was brought up, they examined him closely. There was not a single scratch on him, not one wound. He was completely unharmed, because he had trusted in his God. The power of faith had triumphed over the power of the beasts. The king, witnessing this incredible miracle, knew what he had to do. He ordered the men who had falsely accused Daniel to be brought forward. Along with their wives and children, they were thrown into the very den they had intended for Daniel. Before they even reached the floor of the pit, the lions, now unleashed from their divine restraint, overpowered them. King Darius then wrote a new decree for all the nations and peoples of every language in his kingdom. "I issue a decree that in every part of my kingdom people must fear and reverence the God of Daniel, for he is the living God and he endures forever. His kingdom will not be destroyed. His dominion will never end. He rescues and he saves. He performs signs and wonders in the heavens and on the earth. He has rescued Daniel from the power of the lions." And so Daniel prospered during the reign of Darius and the reign of Cyrus the Persian. His story became a timeless testament, a powerful reminder that when we stand firm in our faith, even in the darkest of dens, God is wheat, Usa. His protection is our shield, and his power is our victory. This story isn't just about escaping lions. It's about the unshakable strength found in unwavering trust in God. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories of faith and courage.